Hi, I'm Kelly Etheridge and I teach at St. Paul's Episcopal School in Mobile, Alabama. I am very passionate about what I've done in my classroom, which is essentially get rid of the textbook and create my own. And so, in just a minute, you're going to see that notebook and learn about what I do with my students. All right, so what you're looking at here is the textbook that I created for my students. This is second semester, 10th grade English, and I call it a living, breathing document because it's not only the information that I've collected through open source resources or building my own materials, but it's also the students' work and it's also the students' collaboration. And so through OneNote and a shared OneNote notebook, we're able to create this living, breathing document that becomes this content delivery system, but also collaboration delivery method. Because it's second semester and it was the end of second semester, what you're seeing here in the general info page is the last syllabus and exam information review. You'll see here that at the top of the page I've got a link to a Vimeo session, which is a review session where I recorded class, a review, and allowed for the students to go back and watch it as many times as they wanted to. I discovered the benefit of doing this one year when I had a student whose English was a second language, and I created the video as practice way to deliver some information, and his test scores went up by 15 points. And from there forward, I did it for everyone and for every unit, for all review, to help with not only him but everyone in the room that could benefit from hearing conversations more than once. So you'll see here that there are different units. I'm just going to highlight a little bit of it. Haiku and tanka is a short unit that we do, and essentially I give a little bit of information about tankas and haikus, but mainly it's all collaboration from the students. And so here you see that when the students opened up OneNote, all they saw was what's to the left here, the haiku poems, the tanka poems, and this box right here that says for each poem you must have. And then these other boxes and the pictures were all created and added by the students. And as they built it out, I was able to see their work. They were able to work and talk with other people and to collaborate. We also had different units where in the satire unit, for example, they created their own satire or parody. In the poetry, the larger poetry unit, where we looked at different types of poems and different poets, we collaborated together and would mark up the poem and analyze the poem together, and people would tell me, we'd highlight in different colors, different literary devices, and then ultimately they not only created a movie that brought to life one of the poems that they did, but they also, their assessment was to take a brand new poem that they'd never seen after all this practice together in class, take a brand new poem that they had never seen and analyze it. With larger projects like the Count of Monte Cristo, we actually turned it into a mock trial, and so there's very different elements to it, but one of the benefits is that when they worked on the project and they wrote their letters and they were building their case, I was always able to go in and give them instant feedback so that there was no delay in time, and ultimately they were able to write their letters or write their questions, and then when they did that, I could look at it, I could give them feedback, and then when they got home they saw that feedback and we were all able to keep going. There was no waiting to the next day to hear what I had to say and for me to share that with them. Another large project we did, we have a philanthropy focus in 10th grade of the environment, and so I asked the students to research and write articles about environmental topics of their choice that they were passionate about and try to have a local tie, and then we turned it into a media campaign. We brought in media experts and we created committees, and they built out a really amazing, great product. They had fundraising, they created fundraiser with the local coffee house, and they were able to sell the coffee blend and raise money and raise awareness through a Facebook page and wiki accounts and all kinds of wonderful things. So that's just a little taste of how I've used or transformed the classroom with technology, and how I've used OneNote to create my own content and to build a learning environment that is directly related to what I feel my students need. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed getting a little taste of what it was like in my 10th grade English class with my own textbook. And just to let you know that based upon what I was doing in my own classroom, I was asked to work with the 5th and 6th grade teams and build a learning initiative around the textbookless classroom. And so therefore now I work closely with the 5th and 6th grade teachers, and I help them design lessons, and I co-teach with them. And I go into classes and teach different skills or work with the students on different assignments. We have worked for nearly 2 years, and starting this year we have deployed the learning initiative where students do not have textbooks. Instead, they have tablets with OneNote notebooks that were created by their teachers with open source materials. And you'll see here the different math notebook and now the geography notebook, the different resources that the students have been able to use, where not only are they able to handwrite on maps and do math problems, but they are also able to enter information in the traditional sense of typing, and all this has been within OneNote. The students are absolutely loving the program. It's wonderful to see them build up their knowledge building and their critical thinking skills and their problem solving skills, and being able to navigate with their tablet and find all the information, having it all in one place in OneNote. And it's been super great fun to work with them and their teachers, and to be all of them their support and their greatest cheerleader. So the learning initiative that started in the 5th and 6th grade will start to bubble up and bubble down, and already beginning the work to collaborate with teachers in higher grades and lower grades to start going through the process of eliminating textbooks and building our own through open source resources. Thanks for your time.